In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 1 million MT right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. If that's too much MT to spend on a squad for you, then go check out my other squad builders where I did the best team for 100k, the best team for 250,000, and the best team for 500,000 MT. But if you guys have around a million, or you guys just want to pick up players that can be on a squad for a million MT, this is the best team you guys can build in my opinion with 1 million MT. So at the starting point guard position is going to be the Dark Matter Luka Doncic. He's going to be super elite on the offensive end, being a 6'7" point guard, 6'8" wingspan. But the main thing about Luka is his jump shot. The KPJ base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing is honestly one of my favorite jump shots in the game, and just one of the best jump shots in the game in general. And then he's also got really good triple sigs with the Trae Young size up, the Trae escape, Trae leaner. He's got quick drops off one, he's got front clutches. He is going to be around like 200,000 MT, so he's fairly expensive for a Dark Matter, but he's going to be one of the better point guards in my team, and I think he's going to be the perfect starting point guard next to our starting shooting guard, which is going to be the new Dark Matter AK-47. I think having AK and Luka in the backcourt is super dominant to have. You got a card like Luka, who's one of the best offensive cards in my team, and then you got AK, who's one of the best defensive shooting guards in the game, being a 6'9" shooting guard, 7-foot wingspan. His stats are pretty much going to be perfect. He's got a 98 block, 98 steal, 98 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's almost got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, and also he does have a really good jump shot. That's the nice thing about AK, is he's not just a defensive card. He's actually got a really good release on very quick timing, and just like Luka, that I will say that's kind of an underrated thing to have on a team, is to have cards that have the exact same dribble stick. Sometimes that can be super helpful. You know, you got AK with the Trae size up, Trae escape, Trae fade, so him and Luka sigs wise are going to feel the exact same. So it kind of helps to have two cards in the backcourt that are going to move very similar, and I think that is a great backcourt pairing. Having AK next to Luka Doncic, you got enough height, you got enough defense, and you definitely have enough offense. And AK is going to be around 85 to 90,000 MT, and then kind of a mix of both, maybe going for a little bit more defense at the starting small forward spot, is going to be Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. He's about 70k, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and he's 6'11" at the 3, 7'2" wingspan. He's also going to be one of the best defenders, just like AK-47. He's got a 98 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 interior defense. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, so to have him and AK on the same court is going to bring some great defense and size. And then just like AK, he's got a solid jump shot on very quick timing, probably not as good as AK's, but it's still not bad in the catch and shoot. And then he's also got the Trae size up, he's got the John Wall escape, and he does have some pretty good dunk packages and almost perfect defensive tendencies. So I really like that 1-2-3 combo with Luke at the 1, AK at the 2, and Jonathan Isaac at the 3. Now for our front court on the starting lineup, I think this is going to be a super dominant front court, having Taco Fall at the power forward position. He's definitely got to be on one of these squads because he's 7'6" at power forward, 8'2" wingspan, and he only goes for like 150,000 MT on Xbox. And I've actually seen him a lot of times end for even cheaper than that, you know, on Xbox, which is super cheap for a card like Taco, you know, who's 7'6" at power forward, one of the best player models, one of the best mashers, one of the best paint defenders. And to have him against those Manu Bulls, the Yao Mings, all of these tall centers in the game and power forwards is going to be super helpful. And then to round out the best starting lineup for the best team for 1 million MT, I do think it's actually going to be Dark Matter Kristaps. He's only about 200,000 MT, which I know is kind of expensive, but he's a top level center card, but he's pretty much going to be playing power forward for this type of lineup. He's 7'3" at the center power forward position, 7'6" wingspan, but in game, if we match like a Yao Ming and we match a, for example, let's say Dirk Nowitzki, I'm not going to have Kristaps on Yao and then Taco on Dirk, right? Kristaps will guard the power forward, he'll probably guard Dirk, and then Taco will guard Yao Ming. So we got great heights. So Taco's pretty much going to be playing our center position in game, and then Kristaps is going to be at that 4, where I think he really does excel, right? Able to stretch the floor out, knock down threes. He's got such a good jump shot, but he's also super tall. He's 7'3", 7'6" wingspan, so he's going to bring some great height and some great defense. So I think this is a pretty much perfect starting lineup. You got great offense, defense, a really good balance, and I think this starting lineup can compete against pretty much every single lineup in the game. Now to talk about the bench, we do have to go for a little bit more budget, but I mean, our bench is still going to be super elite. We got Dark Matter Ron Artest coming off the bench as a really good backup point guard for about 85,000 MT, 6'7" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan. He's going to be one of the best defending point guards in my team with a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's almost got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. And the thing I like about Ron Artest is, yes, he's a great defender, one of the best at the point guard spot, but he also does have an elite level jump shot with the Marco Fultz base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing, is a super knockdown release, and then he's also got the D-Mitch size up. He's got the tray escape, Dame behind the back. He's got the tray fade. So, I mean, the card can still create his own shot. He can still, score at a very high level, but is mainly just going to be here for defense off the bench next to our next to our backup shooting guard, which is going to be Dark Matter Vince. So I really like the combo of Vince and Ron Artest. I always like to put it on these type of squad builders because it's just such a good, backcourt. 6'6" shooting guard for Vince Carter, 6'9" wingspan, and he's just going to give you great all-around play, but mainly going to be the offensive threat you need off the bench. He's got a 99 driving dunk, 99 vertical. We know Vince gets some of the craziest dunk packages and animations in the game where he can dunk over two people. He gets contact dunks. He can finish at the rim super easily with those front clutches. He rarely ever gets blocked. And I also like Vince Carter's jump shot a lot with the Kyle Kuzma base, the Vince Carter upper on very quick timing. I think he's a super easy jump shot to learn and pretty easy to knock down. And then he's also got the Steve Francis size up and the John Wall escape. So I really like having that backcourt. Ron Artest for about 80,000 MT, Vince for about 70k. That's kind of on the high side as well, I'm pretty sure, for Vince and Ron Artest. And that's going to be a great backup, a great bench backcourt, to have off the bench, after Luka Doncic and AK-47. Now for like another Jonathan Isaac type of card, I think Josh Smith is so elite in game. Like, I don't think it's crazy to say that Josh Smith is better than Jonathan Isaac. I know Isaac probably is still a little bit better, but this card's 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan, and also what people don't realize is Josh Smith has one of the better player models in the game for a small forward. He has a super wide player build. His stats are pretty much going to be all maxed out like an invincible. He's going to have almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge, but the biggest thing about Josh Smith is they finally updated his jump shot, gave him the De'Aaron Fox base, the Tim Duncan upper on very quick timing, which is a great jump shot, super easy to green with. He's also got the tray fade, he's got the DeMar size up, John Wall escape, he's got quick drops off one, he's got front clutches, and he also does have pretty much perfect defensive tendencies. So I mean, this card, he can do it all at such a high level, and I'm pretty sure he's only about 10 to 20k, somewhere in that range, because so many Dark Matters were pulled from that glorious set. So to have Josh Smith off the bench as a card that can do it all, defend super well, be athletic, drive to the basket, create his own shot, knock down threes, bring size, like he just brings everything to the table, and once again going to be super cheap. And then for the backup power forward position is, in my opinion, a really good power forward, especially for his price, which is going to be Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, about 15 to 25k, always somewhere in that price range. He's 7'1" at the power forward position, 7'4" wingspan. He can play good defense, 92 block, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense, 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He's got some pretty good Hoff defensive badges with Hall of Fame anchor, brick wall, interceptor, post lockdown, rebound chaser. And I also really do like his jump shot. Feel like it's pretty quick for a power forward, and you can really stretch out the floor and knock down threes with Marc Gasol. And then to round out the best team for 1 million MT is going to be the Dark Matter Ralph Sampson. The reason why I don't want to start Ralph over Kristaps, because I think at center Ralph is a little bit better, it's because if I do this, it's still going to work perfectly fine. Like, you can still run a lineup like this, but then in the front court with Taco and Ralph, we don't really have as much shooting as I would like, and off the bench especially, we don't have too much height, and we don't have that one giant, really good interior defender. So that's why I like kind of staggering Taco Fall and Ralph Sampson. Taco can play really good with Kristaps because he's a good defender. He can stretch out the floor, and Taco's not really good at shooting threes. And then kind of same thing with Marc Gasol and Ralph Sampson. Ralph's going to be that great interior defender. He's 7'4" at the center position, 7'8" wingspan, one of the best player models, one of the best paint defenders. And then you got Marc Gasol at power forward, a guy that can really stretch out the floor just like Kristaps. So I think that's a perfect balance in our front courts. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this squad. But if you guys have around 1 million MT, this is the squad I would go after, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.